everybody. Welcome to this talk episode 8. Please make sure you like
Episode
Make sure you like, you subscribe, you comment, and you share. Today we'll be talking about the Mjolo, the relationship, the everything, we spend 90% of our time with the people that we are dating. So today we will talk about Mjolo. When I mean we spend time with them, we call them, we test them, we do whatever.
We dream about them.
Even if you said the first person you want to talk to is the person that you're dating, you're happy the first person you want to talk to is the person that you're dating. So today we'll be talking about Mjolo, about dating, about relationship.
I hope you're also taking note of the since we are talking about Mjolo, like she's wearing glasses, so it's about to go down.
It's about to go down. Make sure you have a pen and a paper.
She's about to school you, darlings.
So yes, as you know by now, we'll be talking about relationships. So in your own words, please describe what is a relationship to you.
Well. Hey teacher, this is very difficult. I'm joking. We're talking about romantic relationships.
Yes, about dating.
A romantic relationship to me is when the person I'm with, first of all, asked me out. He asked me to be his girlfriend.
It's
important that you ask me to be your girlfriend. We're not gonna sit and assume since we enjoy being around each other, we're dating. No, it doesn't work like that. No.
You don't go with the flow.
Nah.
No strings attached.
Don't have the time for that. Okay. Don't waste my time. So first of all, it should be established between the two of us. Because we spoke about it and we agreed we are in a relationship. Number one, always be you need to be someone or supportive, even if but can you at least try and take an interest in the things that I do or the things that I like or the things that I value, family or hobbies or whatever it is. Can you I expect you to be that person because I also would like to be that person to you. I'd like to try as much as I can to be there for you. Be a supportive person, be easy to talk to. I need someone where I know no matter how uncomfortable the subject is or whatever it is, but I know that I can talk to you about whatever problem that I have, or we can talk about whatever topic that there is to talk about, and I won't be scared that you might judge me or make me feel like some kind of a crazy person or whatever. I know that I can come to you with whatever silly thing that I would like to talk to you about, and when you will try by all means and you'll try by all means to be supportive. I think that's how I would
describe a relationship
briefly. That's how I would put it.
Okay. Well, Mina, I will describe a relationship by having a partner who will be your ride or die, as you said. Someone that will be there for you, your safe space. If I'm with you, I know I'm safe. You should be my everything. You should be my strength. You should be the man that I belong to in a way, so there's a lot, as you said, there's a lot different descriptions of a relationship and how people say it. But when I say it as if you should be my safe space, you should be, because we have a lot going on. We have a lot of problems. We have a lot of family problems. We have work problems. We have, a lot. So whenever I'm talking to you, I should have that sense of calmness. I should have that sense of this is what I really need right now. So that's a relationship to me. So if I don't feel that way, that means there's something you're doing wrong, or I shouldn't be afraid of you. As you said, I should talk about silly stuff. I should say whatever that I want to say. Basically, you should be my other half. You should be my better half. So that's how I describe a relationship. But now, it's just not everybody becomes your better half. Not everybody is willing to, because you should find someone who is actually willing to do all of those things, you know. Because would say, women will be like, oh, men don't do this, men don't do that. Men do things for the women they love. If he doesn't do it to you, that means you are not the one. You should find a man who will make you feel safe, who will be your everything. So that's how I describe a relationship.
People, take out your pens and papers, because she's about to share something. What's the one thing especially for like a guy who would like to ask you out, the one thing that he needs to know about you, like that one thing that you feel or you think that if you understand this, then you already understand half of the assignment.
Well, gosh, there's a lot, but I'm trying to find that one thing. He should know how to take care of me. When I mean take care of me, I don't mean money. You shower me with money, like buy me things. No, I mean like I'm a very emotional person. Like my tears are just there, like around this corner.
It's a waterfall.
It's a waterfall. So I get very emotional. So he should be able to handle that, and obviously be there for me. But like especially be there for me, and he should understand that I can cry and laugh now and cry again. He should just understand. I take things to heart. That's how he should be a teddy bear.
Yeah.
If I teddy bear are soft and loving, then I know this one is mine, you know. And oh gosh, and another thing, I love affection. I think that's the word, you know, being touchy, huggy, you know. So I need a real teddy bear, guys. That's why I'm saying you should be a teddy bear.
Your love language is touch.
Too much.
Take notes.
And then when I'm galige yin le muteslisa nje mayenzile uvele nje usukwinile nje.
Well, hey, you need to be very patient. If you're serious about me, like you need to be very patient. I'm not so much of I don't open up very easily. That's like a very difficult thing for me to do. So, you know, you need to be patient, because, you know, I really try, especially like, you know, and, you know, like after my previous relationship, you know, and, you know, where I'm at now, I'm really trying to be that person who, like, I try to, like, be able to put words to how I feel, so that I can explain it to you, so that at least you have an idea. Are you the problem, or is it something else? Should you be worried, and so forth? So you need to be very, very patient. Like if you can do that, then
you the one.
Yeah, I sweeney.
Be patient, lapo. But yeah. So yeah, as Katniss, when it comes to a relationship, as women, we actually lose a lot, especially after breakup. I feel I'm not sure, because we haven't done research, but because I'm a woman and what I've experienced and what I've seen, as we lose a lot. So is the piece that women actually do, the mistakes that women actually do in a relationship, when which you have experienced or which you have seen kanjani.
I think one of the things, you know, this topic is deep in its own way.
Yeah.
But like there's one thing that I've seen with Abantu Besifazane a lot of the times is that, you know, if a relationship can last for like a small 2 years, 5 years, so then you find that person now starts seeing its wedding bells. Now you start thinking and believing and now you start doing, you know, izinto that you shouldn't be doing at that point, because that person hasn't committed themselves to you in that way. You know, you start being umakoti in a place where you shouldn't be even, you know, playing that part, because you are very far from it, because this person hasn't even like demonstrated in any way he wants to marry you, or he wants, like, he's serious about you in that sense. So that's one thing that I've seen with a lot of people. It happens, you know, a lot, where you start giving this person benefits that he he doesn't deserve
it. He should pay for
just
those.
Because
he should lobola. He should
know,
do the things that need to be done.
You start doing these things just because you managed to stay together for 5 years. And you know what? And I think it was a research report or something like that where it's like, I think the first 7 years of a relationship or so are the easiest. Like, it's easier for people to like stay in a relationship for like 5-7 years, so and then afterwards, because like this thing, I can't really remember it properly because it's like a while back since I learned it, but like the first few years of a relationship, or it's the first phase, it's the honeymoon phase, like you can put up with a lot of things that this person is doing, or not to go to you can put up with those things, but it's that phase where the only thing that you see are the nice things about that person, and then as it escalates, then you start seeing all
the true colors,
the ugly parts of it, and so forth and so on. So like the first few years, it's easy to like make that relationship work. So just because it's 5 years, it's nothing. Like if you can like survive, or if that relationship can stay strong for like 8-9 years, and you guys are like going strong, that's where most of the time like you know so much about this person because a lot has happened in that space of time. If you can like continue being together for like 10 years plus and so forth, that's how this relationship that I'm in is it's serious. But just because you've managed to like you've celebrated 2 anniversaries and now you start throwing yourself away, that's one thing that I've seen, that I've noticed, that that happens all the time with abantu besifazane, which is like a very big mistake, because most of the time it's it's someone who's not ready to like commit themselves to you in that sense, in terms of like umshado and so forth.
That's where like as women we actually lose a lot in a relationship. You see this relationship as a marriage, and then when into as a wife, and then you have lost a lot in that relationship. But I just feel like a mistake we always put men first. We yabona nje once nje wajola nje awucabangi nje okunye nje, noma kungathiwa let's go somewhere, awuthi ngicele, noma uzothini nganithenga nali rogo, hayi akawuthanda upiki, uthanda ublue.
That's one thing that I don't understand about this person who do that. Like, you ask for permission from umuntu wesilisa about things that like,
that's why that is a mistake we make. We put men first in every single thing, and ukhohle ukuthi loyo muntu loyo angakushiya noma bekunini. You cannot just say every relationship it's a risk. Ungasa loyo muntu loyo angasakuthandi. You cannot just say so. As if sinabantu besifazane we can learn to put ourselves first, then I think ngaba ngcono nama heartbreak angaba ngcono than nama heartbreak that we actually go through. You get what I'm trying to say? And then we never have limits as abantu besifazane. You go all out, as you said, we go all out. Ungasabi nama limits. It's okay. Mina ngikuphi right now. Usohlape you dating a guy and you guys said no strings attached. I'm just making an example. When you go all out, ugcina usukhetcha, and masukhetchile asathi yena, how did you catch? Because we agreed there's no strings attached. But so when usuthi hayi usibanibani vele umuntu omubi, kanti no, he made it clear to you. So play the role that you there, no matter that you have at that specific time. Like don't jump.
It's like you're trying to trick him into changing his mind about the initial agreement.
Exactly. They actually have children. No umuntu azalela umuntu abe nengane just because ufuna ukumtricka to be his. So it's better for me to have a child for him. And then masakushiya uzobe sesuthini. You cannot say. So thina abantu besifazane, I really don't know when it comes to dating, how are we, but our brains never actually work.
Another thing, especially I've seen this so many times on social media. A lot of the time, a lot of people tend to ignore red flags in a relationship. And you know what? Like, I always say that if you can spot a red flag very early in the relationship,
leave.
Do something about it, because the chances of the red flag becoming what's it called, a pink flag or a green flag, very, very, very slim. Very slim. So the moment you spot something and you are certain that this is a red flag for you, you know what, leave that relationship. Because the one thing that futhi, like, it keeps coming up a lot these days, where you go on social media and you see there's like a woman who's posting maybe a screenshot of a conversation where she has a baby with a man who's now saying, listen, Mina, I have nothing to do with this human of yours. I told you to get an abortion and you decided to continue with the pregnancy. Maintenance. And then manje, it's like, you want to get people to feel sorry for you, but I always just how many red flags did you ignore to get to a point where you are now in a situation where you have a child with this person, and this person is now like, you're on your own.
Yeah.
So like that's another thing that people do, or like women tend to do, because you focus so much on the fact that you love this person and you ignore all of these things, all of these red lights, all of these alarm bells that are going off. Guti, this relationship is not gonna end very well. It's gonna end in tears. You're not gonna be happy, but you continue until you find yourself in a situation where there's no turning back. Now you must face the situation and put up with it. So red flags is another thing that people or women tend to ignore, and then they get themselves into trouble. So
gosh, it's a very deep conversation, and guys, as women, we should actually wake up now. We should stop, like, I feel like another mistake, we actually listen to our hearts more than our brains, and we think with our hearts more than our brains. So it's time we use our brains now, because a man only changes for a woman that he wants to change for. So if when you busy telling this guy, I'm time do 1, 2, 3, and he continue doing it, that means you're not the one. As you said, those are red flags on its own. But we will find ways where simkhulumela noma simdefend. No, friend, he's just doing it because of 1, 2, 3. But leyo muntu loyo ukwenza ngenhloso, so you should be careful. So what advice can you give to a teenager out there watching right now? Noma someone who's actually thinking about loving again, and then what advice can you give them?
As a teenager, when they tell you ukuthi awazilutho ngothando, and you think you are smart, it's gonna end in tears. It's gonna end in tears. I mean, if you're still a teenager, I mean, committing yourself to a relationship should be the last thing that you do. I mean, patha stress is a homework. Be the teenager that you're supposed to be. Focus on sports at school. Focus on your academics. Don't prioritize a relationship so much so that it's everything that you're putting your efforts in. You are willing to let everything else come to a standstill so that you can focus on this boy who doesn't even know what he is doing at that time. If you're a teenager, I mean, just it would be ideal to just like stay away from abafana. Abantu abadala, when they tell you to do that, they know what they're talking about, because 90% of the times it doesn't end well.
It never ends well. Trust us.
Yeah, very few incidences or very few cases that you can refer to. Guti, they met in high school, and they dated and they are serious about each other. They are getting married, or they are committed. You can see they are committed to each other. Most of the time, it's just you are blinded by a fling sometimes, and you think, oh, husband, man of my dreams and whatnot. Don't get yourself in those situations. It's unnecessary at that time to get yourself in such situations, because then you end up with a lifetime scar. Because what happens is that you're like nyathandana and so forth. You start doing things that you have absolutely no idea about. Next thing you do, next thing that happens, you end up with a baby with someone who just wants to run away, because also he doesn't know how to handle that situation because he's too young for that. Not that I'm defending people that absent fathers and so forth, but it's something that happens, and you find that it's very overwhelming, that you don't know how to handle that situation, because you're a child. You can hardly afford the airtime for yourself, for as long as abazali wakho. If you're relying on umkero wasesikoleni to buy that airtime to text that guy.
Yeah.
And this guy is also doing the same thing. So how on earth are you going to look after a baby? It's a lot. Yeah. It can make you make like not so smart decisions that will come back to haunt you again, at a later stage. So don't prioritize abafana, please. Can you just
stay away from them?
Focus on other things. But like for our abesifazane who are older, people that are old enough to date, I mean, if you're going to get yourself in a relationship, I think one of the very important things that us as women that we need to learn about relationships is don't give the man that is in your life at that moment, the authority, don't give someone, how can I put it?
Give him power.
Don't allow him to lead the relationship, if that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is don't allow.
It should be.
Don't allow.
2 ways.
Don't allow umuntu wesilisa.
I'm trying to help you here.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Don't allow umuntu wesilisa to dictate what a relationship should look like for you, or what would make you happy in that relationship. Because a lot of the times what happens is that umuntu wesilisa will come into your life and then he will
brainwash you. Just kidding.
He will want to tell you when it is appropriate for you guys to be sexually active, for example. Like he'll be the one, he's most likely the one who's going to bring up that conversation, which is, so when are we getting intimate in this relationship of ours? Because he's only thinking with his genitalia at that time, because he feels like he needs to get it, and then Manje is going to convince you it's that knowing very well that he's not going to commit to you, as soon as he's done, or as soon as he finds something better or someone better, is going to leave you, so don't give him that power when you haven't even established how serious he is about you. That's like that one thing that you need to it's that one thing that we need to learn as women. Is that one thing that we need to put into practice when we get into a relationship, where we dictate, or we choose what we want to see happening in that relationship at that time, because we know what's best for us.
Yes.
Yeah, well, because you're gonna end up getting dribbled, you're gonna end up miserable and alone, because at the end of the day he's just gonna leave you for someone else who and so just when you get in a new relationship, I think that's one thing that you need to learn. Just don't allow him to dictate what needs to happen when and how, especially if there are more chances that it will leave you scarred or harmed more than him. That's like the one thing that I would say to umuntu wesifazane who is thinking of going back into the dating game. Yeah. I'm also still learning, so it's not like I'm an expert. I might sound like I have it all figured out, but that's it.
Yeah, well, Minaj, the advice that I have for teenagers out there, as you said, abadala basuke bazi mabathi nje hlukana nje nabafana basuke bazi usindaba, so the advice that I have for teenagers when it comes to relationship is abazali ke basho ke stay away from boys. Kuyokusiza nje lokho nje uthi unake nje incwadi zakho uhlukane nje nokuningi, focus on your school work,
because batla uhurda
uzosola lapho usuphinda iclass ngenxa nje yomfana yena achubeka nempilo. So just focus. And then for those ladies ke asebafuna ukubuyela back into a relationship, take things slowly. Umuntu mfunde as much as you can, try, because you will never know a person. People change for like uhleli naye for 10 years akuchintshele, for 20 years akuchintshele. You will never know a person, but at least uthathe izinto slow. Don't rush into things, and this time focus more on yourself than focusing kumuntu wesilisa. So yeah, I guess that's it for the talk episode.
So
So yeah, guys, make sure to get a good relationship, a relationship that works for you, a relationship and a lot from you, because we all deserve to be happy. So make sure that you are happy. We love you.
Otherwise, single. So you
rather be single. Just enjoy the single life. See you when you see us
on your screens. Bye bye.